The challenge for us, the people who are building, the people who are growing, we need to keep the momentum. As Israel restarts its slaughter, we need to keep building, protesting, getting out on the streets like we are here today. We cannot sit back and wait for Israel to start its slaughter again. Indiscriminate targeting of civilians and a practically defenseless population. We will not sit back. We will not wait for them to enforce a slow death with the illegal siege on the people of Gaza. We will not wait. We will not wait. We're going to continue to stand against the occupation. We're going to stand against the occupation, and we're going to stand against the annihilation of the Palestinian people, because that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're doing. And we're not going to let them away with it. But sometimes it's easy to feel a little bit helpless when you look at the news and you see yesterday a 10-year-old boy playing outside a mosque is bombed and killed as the mosque is bombed. Tens of mosques were bombed overnight. How can they justify that? Gaza is devastated. There's nowhere for people to go. No homes now for over 70,000 people. So it can feel helpless. Even worse, it feels helpless when you look at the Irish government and the cowardice and the inaction of our government, of our representatives. And in this, I'm looking squarely at a few select members of our government, TDs and ministers. Charlie Flanagan, Leo Varadkar, Joanna Tuffy. I'm going to name them out because you were members of a group called the Oireachtas Friends of Israel. Well, first of all, I've got a message for you. You need to change your name. You need to change it to the Oireachtas Friends of War Criminals. You need to change it. Change it to the Oireachtas Friends of Apartheid. Because that's what you are. How can you hold your head up in our Dáil being associated with that? But not only that, our government has spent €3 million in the last 3 years buying arms from the Israeli army. How shocking is that? Arms from the same army that are killing civilians, that are targeting schools and hospitals. That is the kind of thing that makes you feel like throwing your hands up in the air when you hear that. On top of that, you're up against the Israeli society, which unfortunately 90% supports this war. 90%. It's shocking and it's shameful. But when we need for some hope, we need to look no further than the people of Gaza and the people of Palestine. And they inspire us. They inspire me every day. I'm sure they inspire everyone here, all around the world, with their resilience and their courage and their bravery in front of that onslaught. Supported by that building right there beside me. So I've seen the bravery, I've seen the resilience of the people. Some of us have been out to Gaza. I saw children playing football, even though their clubhouse was bombed and demolished. They kept coming back to play and enjoy sport. We saw doctors and nurses every day working hour after hour on patients who are being denied the basic medicines through this illegal siege, but they keep going. Fishermen, farmers, showing us their scars after being abused and harassed by the Israeli Navy, but they keep coming back. They keep going out to fish, they keep going out to make a living. They are a pure inspiration. And I'll tell you, as long as there is Palestinians on this earth, there will never be a mission accomplished for Zionism. There will never be a mission So that's where we get our hope. That's where we get our hope from the Palestinian people. And I know we people want to know, what can we actually do? And a lot of it has been touched on already. But I think the first thing we need to do is we need to call out and expose the lies of the Israeli embassy, the Israeli propaganda, and the Zionist narrative that seems to be accepted at face value. We need to expose that. It's a policy that kills first and lies about it afterwards. They kill and then they lie. And the chief liar, the chief warmonger in Ireland is the Israeli ambassador to my right. In there. That's where he resides. As you said, we want him out. We want him out of our country. We do not want to tolerate war criminals, apologisers for war crimes, justifiers of practical genocide. He's out of our country. But the problem is, since our government won't do it, since they won't enact it, we're going to do it. We're going to put a siege. We're going to put a siege around this embassy every week. We're going to keep coming back. We're going to get him out of this country. Out! 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 As long as there is a siege in Gaza, there's going to be a siege on his embassy. And we're not going to lift it until the people of Gaza are free. Minister Flanagan, you said last week, only in exceptional circumstances could an ambassador be expelled. Well, is this not exceptional enough for you? 6 decades of ethnic cleansing, constant war crimes, bombing of children and families and civilians. Is that not exceptional enough? Is apartheid not exceptional enough? Is the racism and vile lies that spewed out of that embassy every week not exceptional enough? Get him out of this country! Silent. Minister Flanagan, to be silent is to condone these crimes. I want you to tell us, what is an exceptional circumstance? So, answer that question to the people of Ireland. If he hasn't qualified, I do not know who possibly could. So that's the first thing, we're going to seize that embassy. The second thing, it's already been mentioned, we're going to boycott. We're going to boycott, and we're going to boycott again all Israeli goods. Not just, I want to make this clear, not just the settlement goods, because they're only part of it. We're going to boycott every good with blood stained on it, apartheid goods. No way are we touching them. The boycott is the way forward for us, for the people. The power is in your hands. Because our government won't do it, because they are so useless, we can take the power. We can refuse to buy anything to do with Israel. 20 years ago, it's been mentioned, a courageous few Dunstores workers stood up and refused to handle them goods. Absolute heroes. Absolute heroes. And it took a few years to build. But and we've done it before in Ireland. We stood up against apartheid. We can do it. We're going to do it again until Palestine is free. The last thing, we're going to keep marching. We're going to keep coming back. We're going to mobilise on the streets. We're going to pressurise the politicians. Answer the questions. Why are you funding or buying arms from Israel? Answer that question. Why are you continuing allowing that ambassador to stay here? Demand that it stops. We're going to keep coming back until it does. But it's vital, just to finish, that we don't get pessimistic, that we don't feel overwhelmed because of the huge injustice that will happen. What we need to do, we're all angry, and we're right to be angry. We're right to be full of frustration as well. Feel those emotions, and they're right, but use them now. Use the hate, anger, and the bitterness and the frustration to boycott. Use it to get out on the streets and demonstrate. Use it to get around this, to the siege around this ambassador. They are the concrete steps that we can do in all our daily lives to reach out and make a gesture to the people of Palestine, the heroes of Palestine. And I'll just finish with a quote from Ilan. As Ilan Pape said, the historian, the strength of the Palestinian human rights is stronger and will outlast any Israeli F-16 or any Israeli one-ton bomb. Human rights of Palestinians will outlast all of that. So I want to just finish by saying free, free Gaza!
Free